Hippie heroes.
It was my first love, in fact, until I heard rock and roll, and then I got, if it's at all possible, without sounding stupid, I got two first loves. I fell in love with rock and roll, but it didn't. I was very fortunate. It didn't drive my love of orchestral or classical music out. So when the idea occurred to me to put the two together, it was a very natural thing for me to want to do.
Only a couple of years ago you did the concerto again.
Almost exactly on its 30th birthday. I think the first rehearsal on stage at the Albert Hall was on September the 24th, 1999, and it was September the 24th, 1969 when we first played it. So that's so it was a wonderful piece of synchronicity. You know.
Well, it was lovely to see the video. You looked very emotional.
It was a wonderful concert. It was full of tension because I wanted it to be so right and so good, and the fact that it was being recorded and filmed as well. I mean, you know, it was a lot to take on board. It was an extremely emotional night, yes. But immensely enjoyable.
Well, I remember a quote from the first time around where it seemed that there was quite some resistance from some of the members, at least, from the Philharmonic, where Malcolm Arnold had to actually at one stage I think if I got the quote right, tell them to shut up because one person said that we're not playing with second-rate Beatles or something like that.
It was a lady cello player who I remember extremely well. I can even remember what she looked like. And she sort of stormed out of the rehearsal saying, I didn't join the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra to play second-rate Beatles music. And,
did that make it difficult for you to go ahead with the project?
It made me laugh, actually, because I said, Madam, may I take that as a compliment? and Malcolm just carried on with the rehearsal, and then he went to speak to her and brought her back. And she actually apologized to me after the concert. And she said, I'm sorry, I was so taken aback by what you'd done. But she said, actually, I must be honest, she said, I really enjoyed myself.
Well, you've just recently left Deep Purple. Well, I mean, that's 35 years of hard touring, and now you would think that you would be happy to have a rest from that, but you're doing it all over again. Could I say you're a glutton for punishment?
Yes, I probably am. But the thing is, what I actually wanted to do was, I wanted to take control of my own destiny rather than have it a shared destiny with four other people, however good those people might be as friends, and they certainly are that. I felt it was time to, take the whip hand for my own career, and what I wanted to do with it was I want to play more piano, I want to play more of my solo work, I want to write more, and there was no way that I could do that, all those things, and still be a member of Deep Purple and give enough energy to both projects.
They're doing an album at the moment, and it's the first time that there will be a Deep Purple album without Jon Lord. We've had different singers, different guitarists, never without Jon Lord.
No, and I wish them well to wear it. And apparently they're having good fun. They started last week. I might actually make a guest appearance. There is some talk about it, so you might not escape a Jon Lord free Deep Purple album.
Well, tell me honestly, will you miss playing Smoke on the Water?
Honestly?
Honestly.
No. No, it's a great song. I mean, but God, I mean, I just wonder how many times I've played it. I think I could do it. In fact, I probably do it in my sleep.
Well, Pictured Within, the album that is the name of the tour here, is a big change from you rocking the keyboard behind Gillan and the other guys. This is very much a soulful, symphonic, Celtic feeling to it.
I think what I managed to do successfully in Pictured Within, which I hadn't really been successful in doing before, was to make a coherent piece of work based around what have been my inner thoughts for a long time. I mean, there are parts of an album I did called Saraband back in the 70s, which have the same sort of feel, but not. And there are parts, I did an album in the early 80s called Before I Forget, which have elements of what I ended up with and Pictured Within. But Pictured Within seemed to me, it hangs together. It's almost like a continuous piece of music. And it came very much out of deep emotional feelings, and it came together very, very, I won't say easily, but very, it all seemed so natural.
Picture within